sounds like a way to get around the rules, but I still know
So
that you have it.
you said I couldn't have Pop in the temple with me.
So here's like, this is a problem that we often have as clerics of the law. People think that if they follow the letter of the law rather than the spirit of it, we will somehow agree with them.
Eh, and chat is just catching up to us.
Right?
So here's like, as a medical professional, you must understand I have certain obligations. I must report the fact that you are in possession of such an item, and until you come back and present it for destruction, you will not be welcome here.
Okay.
Now, you, my fine friend, Mr. And he's like gesturing towards Venny.
Oh, Julapesci.
Ah, Mr. Giudipeshi. Yes, that's a very common name in Ustalav. I don't suppose you are from the Leipzig Giudipeshis?
Distant relation.
He says, oh, how is Uncle Van Doffel Giudipeshi?
Oh, he died.
Like, oh, that is very sad. I was just sending him a letter last week. We are currently doing some research collaboration.
Research on what?
Oh, you know, some Ustalavian things. Mostly work on how to keep the undead at bay. That is why I am here in Vati. There are
Me
plenty of
too.
undead here. The ghasts and the ghouls, they run in the streets near the necropolis at night and eat the little boys. Very strange.
Oh, that's. I was researching how to fight the undead when this happened to me.
He says, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Except that these are clearly from Scarabites.
Well, there were undead too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Listen, young man, you do not need to lie to impress me. We are both countrymen of Ustalav. You even danced with me to the Ustalavian national chant. Even people in Ustalav do not do that. Very well. Well, let me look over what I have here. It looks like I can probably help you out. This is going to be very costly, though. A normal person would probably not be able to afford this.
Let's see how much money I have. Oh.
Of course. I have been joined. Come here. Come here.
Oh, jeez.
That was only a matter of time.
It's just your biggest fan, Arthur.
Let's see.
Oh, that's great.
All right. She doesn't want to come here. She's literally resisting it. Okay, so I have to add up what this is going to cost you. 150 gold pieces to get a disease removed.
Oh, man. Alright, I could pay it.
And there's no guarantees. It may not work.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's...
There are no guarantees in this life, young man. This removal of disease may not work, and if it does not, you will need to pay for another one.
What?
I am telling you up front. That is the policy of the temple. It's simply the way that the magic works. You should make sure that you are right with Abadar and have many blessings from him to improve your chances.
What? That's the point of the donation.
He says, no, the point of the donation is to facilitate the spellcasting. There are things I need to expend in the process. Various regents, There's a song and dance you have to learn. I had to go to seminary school for many years. Also, I am an actual medical doctor, just in case I had to do some fucking Erkenstar.
Okay. I will produce the coin, I guess.
Okay.
150. 15 platinum pieces. 15
Yeah,
com-
you are immediately cured of your disease.
Hot damn.
He is like sitting there and he's like, all great, Abadar. I know that you watch over us all. Please aid this simple man here who offers you so much. I am sure that he is a servant of civilization, and he has gathered much gold here. In your name, Abadar. Praise be unto you. And then he like lays his hands on you and you feel the disease like leaving your body. And he's like, and now some complimentary healing on the house. And he starts like poking you with his finger and like guiding you over and over again.
Sweet.
21 points.
Woo.
He's like, it is nothing. No big
Gets
deal.
me to 25, which is my max.
Fantastic, fantastic, young man. Well, perhaps you might come back sometime and talk to me about Ustav. I do not meet many countrymen.
Yeah, I'll come back. I likely need your help next week.
Oh, yeah. Just when you are at the front gates, just request me. I am known as Air Dr. Frocker.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rest of you, do you need any assistance from me? Or I should say, from Abadar.
I already refused my assistance, but
He's like, yeah. Shit. And he starts like in Ustalavian, which is its own language. He's just letting out a long string of curses. Does anyone actually speak Ustalavian
Well,
or Verizian?
I assume I would.
Are you ethnic? Yeah, you're ethnically Ustalavan, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Verizian
have
from
the-
Ustalav.
Yeah, so he's just like, this filthy necromancer bitch is trying to pass off her like shit on me, Abadar. Please smite her with the fist of 1,000 evils and cleanse her of all of her sins so that she may rise in your life.
Do you relay that information, Vinny?
Maybe we should go.
Okay. So you walk back out the front door. As you do, like every paladin in the place is looking right at Ash. And just like following her with their eyes, hands on their swords. A couple of them have hammers out.
That's what Ash gets for pulling out the poppet in a church.
News spreads quickly. And evil radiation also.
Yeah.
So I have a true neutral character.
Can you guys?
An aura of desecration wherever she goes.
Can you make a perception check
Oh.
as you leave?
I might be able to make one.
I can attempt to.
Oh yeah, DeProot and Venny, you both notice on the roof of the building, there's like a line of knightly looking folks. Oh, Ash, you notice it as well. There's like a bunch of people in like golden breastplates, all carrying like crossbows pointing them in your whole group's direction, and just following you as you leave the vicinity of the temple.
Yep. Sounds about right.
That's good to know.
Very good to know.
Well, on to the next one.
Where's the next one?
I don't know. Those are the two big ones, right?
Yep.
Well, we could wait until the Phrasmans are ready.
Some of you have contacts within the old god community, or you could try looking for them. You know, using a gather information. It would take a D4 hours, but yeah, you could find.
I would actually that would be what Esh would logically do at this point is go looking for them, for her people, as it were.
Let's see here. I think you've got some contacts.
I do. I have she, another follower of the old gods.
Yeah, of Anubis. She is loyal but not useful to you.
Yes. Which is why I didn't think to use her. Which is why
Okay. Tell me about she.
she is someone I have worshipped with in the past at one of the shrines to Anubis. Um, but she is not magically inclined, as it were, as compared to, say, Nanette, who is a witch that I met while worshipping at one of the shrines to the old gods. But she and I were. She was also of the mentality that the sort of persecuted mentality that seems to follow Esh around as, but for
Okay.
different reasons.
I got
for
it.
Worshipper of the old gods.
Okay, you find she in her normal spot, which is like a dark alleyway at the edge of the city. So we've got this like dark covered alleyway at
Sure.
the edge of the bright, harsh desert. And
Sure.
she is like smoking a pot of pesh. And she's just like, Esh, how is it going, friend? I'm prepared to sacrifice today for Lord Anubis. She's got like a rat, and she's like, yep, totally about to knife this thing.
As you can see, I'm not doing so well. Is there a meeting of the priests, Anubis's faithful, soon? I could really use their assistance. And I
It's like,
indicate
oh
all
yeah,
this, their
totally.
lights
They're
all over.
meeting tonight at midnight for a midnight mass. Yeah, Anubis, man. Telling you, can't wait to die and join him. Want some of this, Ash?
Yes, I would love to.
You partake of the pesh?
I do not.
Okay. What do you do when she hands you the pesh?
I didn't realize that she was handing me and not the sacrifice of the.
Oh no, no, she's handing you the pesh, not the rat.
Uh, I thank you, sister, but I'm having some other symptoms, and I fear that would only exacerbate them. Oh, Henley.
Come here, cat. Come here. Really? Really? Alright, apparently she won't let me pick her up by the neck, but she will let me punch her in the nose by doing this. So. Yeah, she's just like, okay, you won't smoke pesh with me. That's fine. I know you don't normally. I just thought today might be a special day. She blows a big, like, puff of pesh smoke in her face. And is like, you want to help me, like, stab this rat to death while we wait for, midnight to come?
Now that I would be happy to do with you, sister.
Alright, what about the rest of you? Are you cool with this girl who's just, like, totally just sitting in a dark alleyway, smoking illegal drugs, talking about midnight meetings about the god of death?
Sounds
The
cool
fruit?
to me.
The Brute would totally took up with her.
Oh, the fruit? You don't think it's cannibalism, smoking some roots?
They're dead already.
Oh, okay. I understand. There we go.
It's
Finally
just
got
nature.
How are you doing, audience? It's me.
Oh,
Is
jeez.
that she?
Yeah, that's she. Okay. Paladin, how do you feel about this?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Not going to partake.
Is that an I won't inhale?
Nope. That is, I'm not gonna smoke that shit. But if you guys want to be idiots and smoke it, what do you want me to do? Give you the lecture of how drugs are bad, okay?
No. I mean, if you're just cool with just like sitting and letting this happen, it does.
I can't.
So
It's free will, my friend.
yeah, I guess you guys sit around and listen to she talk about like hippie drum circles and how she's so cool with Anubis, and she can't wait to die and then be wrapped up and turned into a mummy and like rule over Osirian forever.
Is there an
Wow.
extra drum?
Yes.
The brute will take it and start
Okay.
rat-a-tat.
I just want to be clear here. You are smoking the Pesh. All right.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna need a fort save from you.
Yep.
Almost certainly.
I was expecting that.
Go look up the Pesh rules.
Yep.
It's some
Okay.
good shit.
Yeah. You fail.
How tweaked
After a
does the
few
brute-
hours, you are fatigued. Addiction moderate. Okay. Deprute. After just one hit of Pesh, you are addicted to it.
Oh.
I'm gonna put this under special
Sweet.
abilities.
Yes, in order to cure
Yeah, it's
yourself
special.
of your addiction, you need to make a fort save against it 3 times without failing. Should you fail, you take -2 to con and strength. You cannot naturally heal that damage. And you take... Oh, I'm sorry. You take con and wisdom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, stuff that hits you pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well then.
Yeah.
The brute is hooked on the root.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't
So-
think she's gonna tell you where her Pesh dealer is. I think that you are gonna get hooked on the root, and you're not gonna know where to get some more.
And I'm not helping you find anymore.
Oh God! All right. Midnight comes, and a man wearing the mask of Anubis. You know, the dog head. So like, it's the neck part is on his head, and like there's the thing, but he seems to be like there's no eye holes, but the eyes of the Anubis mask are glowing up top. And
It's
he
like
seems to be
Stargate.
using the gems to like look at people. And he is
Yeah.
like, all here who are gathered today, we are here to celebrate Lord Anubis and the natural passing of death to life. As you move down the river of life, eventually, you will meet your end. And when you do, Anubis will be there for you. Who has come today to bring offerings to Lord Anubis?
Ash will speak and say, I come to give thanks to Lord Anubis for all he has given me, and his guidance in exploring the house of Pentheru and the tomb of Akhontepi.
He's like,
His guidance has saved us many times.
As soon as you stop saying that, the brute will take another really big hit of Pesh and just like collapse backwards.
So someone like raises a stick with like beads inside of it, like rattling around, and is like, "Oh, praise be to Lord Anubis." And in the like alleyways around you, someone is like poking dogs until they start barking. And so when that happens, all the people with like Anubis holy symbols and the guy wearing the Anubis mask all look to the sky and are like, "The time has come. All praise be to Anubis. Who among you would stop to be healed?"
Then you'll just kind of hang out by a wall or something.
No,
I'm
I don't think
serving-
I don't think this is that kind of service. This is like this is like AA on crack. Like when you try to step back from the service, they're like goth people, like teenage goths, like pull you in and like hold your hand on either side, like two young women like pull you forward, and they're like, "Come with us, worship the Lord of Death."
Well, just how young are these women?
They're like 16 and 18. One of them's got like silver hair swept sideways. The other one's got like long curly brown hair.
Don't forget the one with the mohawk, man.
No mohawk yet. But they're both wearing like pure black, and they've got like dog motifs on all of their clothing. And one of them has like the Eye of Horus as a necklace, and they're like, come on, brother. You too will die one day. You should prepare yourself."
I'm gonna try to get away from this.
Okay.
He's gonna try to make the slip and get the hell out of here.
All right, make a stealth check.
Oh man.
I would like to oppose his stealth check with a perception check.
I mean,
To worship.
if you could see him, what would you do then?
No, Venny, you should. The Lord of Death is most gracious, and you will learn much from his disciples.
Charles, are you trying to crawl away too?
No. I was trying to see if I could see Vinny slipping away.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, Venny.
No.
So Venny like pulls the two of them close to him, I guess, and like pulls their hands together, and then like right when someone torchlights something, he uses the shadows of that to like put their hands together and like fade into the darkness.
He pulls a Venny.
Yeah, so like as the torch flares up, everyone goes like night blind for a second, and no one sees him. Totally ghost all of you.
I will, of course,
Good job, Vinny.
the night away.
Yeah, so the high priest is like,
When
I
he
am
calls
new
for those
Arbach.
healing from the Lord of Death, of course, I will.
Okay.
I wish to continue to be of service. I believe it is not yet my time to see Anubis in person, and that he has further tasks for me, or he would not continue to send me his servants. I request permission to continue to serve him.
And, wow, that's an interesting turn of phrase. So the guy with the Anubis mask, of course, because he's wearing like a 2-foot tall mask, even though he's about the same height as you, like the mask is looking down on you, so he has to like lean forward in order to go like face to face. And from out of the mask's mouth, you hear him talking still, and he's like, "Who are you to make a request of the Lord of Death? What sacrifices do you make in his name, and what do you require?"
My name is Esh, and I am a faithful and meek and humble servant of him. I send those gifts that he sends to me back to him in his name for their eternal slumber. My sister, in the service of the Lord of Death, and I have performed, and I'll start talking about the ritual of the carving of the rat that we
Yes.
back.
Okay.
And I have performed the proper rituals in sacrificing, in providing a new visitor.
It's like, that's all very good and obtuse, but I literally need to know what it is you are requesting of me.
Request healing.
He's like, very well. Prepare to receive the blessings of Anubis. And then he like touches you, and you heal for 1d8 plus 5. He's like, very well. You have been healed by Anubis.
Thank you. Oh, great one.
That's all you were asking for was just...
Would you
After
be
the
able to
ceremony-
remove the diseases that
After
afflict my
the
friend as well?
ceremony ends- After the ceremony ends, she will privately approach him and ask if he could.
So that, I mean, that's not a thing that they do here.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, that's not how this works. Like, you ask publicly during the meeting. There's no, like, you show up afterwards and are like...
Oh, okay. That's
There's-
fine.
There's no privately speaking to the old gods.
If Ash
They want to
knows
show
that,
off
she would know
miracles.
that. Jim,
Yeah. So you're gonna ask for a cure disease?
Yes.
How does the paladin of a new god know more about your old gods than you?
Ash would
Well,
know.
obviously, Ash
Ash
comes from a
would know
different city,
Jim
right?
not.
In Sothis, they're more metropolitan. they kind of streamline the process. They have like private confessionary booths where you can be like, I got VD from this stripper down on the joint.
Yeah.
I need Anubis to kind of clear this up for me. Okay.
Well, I guess that's one way to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's not how it's done, then Ash would say, I also believe I have been.
Afflicted by
Let's see,
multiple
scarabs
gods.
are not holy to Anubis, right? They're holy
That's
to the
correct.
Egyptian god, right?
Yep.
I have been assaulted by the servants of, I don't remember off the top of my head which Egyptian god scarabs are holy to, but I would name that god. And I believe I have been afflicted with a disease as well. Would the Lord of Death remove that for me?
Here. It's Kepri who is the god of scarabs. And, yeah. They're like, so there's a hushness around the meeting, and like a bunch of people like light torches and raise them up in the area. And the priest is like, this is an unusual request you ask of Nanu el-Bashat. What you are asking requires special ingredients. I wish that we could offer such services to all who came in off the streets, but coin will be required. Anubis requires sacrifice. Do you have such sacrifice prepared?
Again, Ash would know this, Jim, not so much.
150 gold pieces.
Is he asking for money or?
Yes, he's asking for money.
Yeah, I'll give him money.
Okay. So he like lays hands on you and begins chanting in the name of Anubis. But as you know, the Anubis spellcasting isn't so much about the speaking part, it's about the gestures. And he like goes around you and is doing these very Egyptian like dance moves around you. And as he completes the circle, he like puts his hand on your forehead and is like, "Be healed! In the name of the Lord of Death." You have
And
two
you can
diseases
walk.
on you, right?
I have 2 diseases, filth fever.
Okay, you get to check on each one. You are healed of your mind fire, but not of your filth fever.
Okay.
Oh.
So he pulls his hand away and he's like, I am sorry, I could not heal all that is wrong with you. Anubis did not grant you the blessings you seek this day.
Well, there's always time to switch religions. It's okay.
Well, it got rid of the
The bad ones.
worst, the really bad one.
Thank you for all you do, High Priest. May the Lord of Death be praised for giving me a few more days upon this earth.
He says, return tomorrow night, and I will have the spell of healing prepared for you again. Now stay and dance with us as we complete the ceremony. And then, like, as your healing is done, people put out the torches. And he walks among the rest of the cultists here, just handing out small healings and, you know, just touching people. And, like, one guy has a horrible, like, bleeding gash that is clearly from, like, a scythe wound. And he heals it. Just general magical healing that you would expect in a fantasy setting.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys sleep? It's past midnight, of course.
Don't
I
we
understand
still
you
have
had
our?
some problems enjoying your new hotel.
Oh yeah, that's right. The health food kick, the hippies.
If no one's touching DeBrute, he'll fall asleep right here in the alley.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
no one is
no.
touching you.
When we figure out where we're going, I will wake DeBrute.
Venny's living it up, having a bath, getting some drinks, smoking cigars.
Did Vinny leave any
Where is
indication?
it that you went,
like,
Vinny? Yeah, I feel like we should talk about what happened to you after you left.
I'll probably go visit my my black market contact and unload some of this loot. because that's what he had planned to do. And then afterwards, I'm gonna
Yeah,
stick around and
there's no
celebrate.
reason you wouldn't be able to show up like in the middle of the night after
Yeah.
going to a cult meeting.
Dude,
It's
it's
the
the black
best time to go.
That's how it works.
Who is your black market contact?
It was Marwan.